Radio for the Sunshine State.
I talk about all
This is Mike Alstott, and you're listening to Knockout Radio.
All right, we are back. Hour number 3. We'll have our new open here in the next couple of weeks as Jimmy Denning and his new band Rebel will be in the studio, I believe, in second week of July.
Yeah.
Which will be next week, I think. They're going to hook it up. I'm really looking forward to it.
They're going to do it live on a show?
No, they're going to do it live in the studio.
Cool.
And then we're going to have all these opens. And where do you meet Jimmy?
Why don't we should do the show at their studio while they're recording the song?
Sure. The three of us can get out there.
Hey, what about me?
You're banned from the studio.
What are you talking about?
I heard you were banned from the studio.
I'm the guy.
No, he's banned from anything we do. It's not just the studio.
See, you and I have the same following. Like, I see your cross on your finger. Like, we're connected, man.
Mine's a sword.
Oh, damn it.
See? It used to be a wedding band tattoo, and then when I got divorced, I just put a sword through it.
Trust me. In the next hour, when Mike's really going to get to know you,
I love this
he'll
guy.
never talk to you again.
No, there's no way. We're pizza guys, aren't we? Aren't you a pizza fan?
I am a pizza fan. I've made pizza for many years.
My brother. So that changed the world with that.
And I eat pizza, so what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
And we're not brothers.
We should.
The way it needs to stay.
But here's the thing. I saw Randy at Busch Gardens like 2 weeks ago. Paulo Costa was
No, first of all, that's not true.
Is your microphone on? Because I can hear you through my headphones.
Well, that's what it's on purpose.
Oh, you turned it down.
It's on purpose.
Oh, so
Come on.
I'm not part of the show. See, I'm being squeezed out by the man.
First of all, you didn't see us at all.
No, so
my daughter saw you.
Well, my daughter and I
told her to be
walked
quiet.
Across the bridge, we saw you sitting in the front seat of the Iron Gwazi, and what I thought was like, wow, I get to follow in the footsteps of a legend. Not only here at Knockout Radio, but in Busch Gardens on the ride. So 3 rides later, I'm in the front car with my daughter, and we're doing the rides. And it was great. Paulo Costa was there. He's coming down for his fight camp at the UFC gym here. It's kind of like the PI on the East Coast from what I see. 30,000 square feet in Clearwater, Florida. It's
another plug. He's getting all this money.
But it's going to be amazing. No, I'll be there with my truck. I'll be there doing the vertical conditioning, helping these guys with bone density. But I'll be there. BJ Penn will be in town. Dana White will be in town. So I would love to invite you guys to come out, be a part of it. And
in town or at your gym?
Here at Clearwater, at the UFC gym.
Well, it's not his gym. It's the UFC gym.
So, but we had a great time. And
BJ and I go back a long way.
I got to follow in the footsteps of a legend. So it's an honor.
Yeah.
Describe legend.
Yeah.
Well, a guy who, legends
longevity.
Legend's good.
Longevity.
Icon's better. I agree. I think icon means more. Don't you think icon's a bigger influence than legend?
It depends. It depends on what genre you're talking about, what vertical, what industry you're talking about. Legends, icons are more like
Ricky Rocket.
Yeah, icons.
Ricky Rocket is an icon.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh my God.
The Ricky Rocket icon.
I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face talking to Matt as it is. Thanks for the.
Hold on, let me make that better for you.
Do you remember when we first had our first meeting, and I tried to explain to you,
Yes, you did.
about the circus that sat across from me?
Yes.
And I believe you said something to the effect of, I find it hard to believe anybody could be like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. But you've proved me wrong, Matt.
Thank you.
You know what? You are a legend.
Oh, my God.
And I'm not even started yet. Like, wait till you see.
You know what? He reminds me of, you saw the Tom Brady roast?
Yeah.
When Nikki Glaser was making fun of Gronkowski.
For the Bitcoin?
So Nikki Glaser says, Tom Brady, how could you get fooled by Bitcoin? And she goes, even Gronkowski said, me know that not real money. And then Gronkowski goes, yeah, I said that. And Kevin Hart comes over and goes, Gronk, she was making fun of you. You can't help the joke. You help your own jokes, Matt.
Classic.
That's better than belittling. You are belittled.
Well, listen, when he was, they said he was the first person in history to be born with CTE.
That was so funny. Yeah, they were busting on him the whole time.
Oh, he loves every minute of it.
Yeah.
Did you see when they were on Shark Tank?
No.
That was the best.
Yeah, the
so the brother has it's a shaker.
Yeah, it's an
ice shaker or whatever. So he walks out, the brother walks out, and he starts talking about it. And they're like, well, why do you this? Why do you that? And let me introduce you to my brothers. And the 4 or 5 maniacs come running out and chest bumping and all that kind of stuff.
Fun fact, they're actually on sale $15 at Sprouts. They're on a clearance section.
That's another plug, Randy.
All the Gronkowski.
You're gonna have to check his bank account.
But Dave, the owner of Inertia Wave, just made an
there's another one.
Dick's Sporting Goods. He came in town. It's inertia training. Gronkowski did the video at a closed Dick's Sporting Goods last week. So next time they come in town, we're going to do a workout at the beach.
When do we come to the house and see all the product that's now in the garage? The water in the can. You got cases of that.
I do.
He's got a lot of water in a can.
Yeah.
well. So when you have notoriety, people like to show their products on your platform.
UFC. How about this? No fight this weekend, I believe.
Finally.
I believe there's no, and people don't understand, and obviously you do. Back in the day, every 3 months was the Super Bowl. Meaning there was an MMA, there was a UFC event this Saturday for the first time in 3 months. I can't wait.
I know.
And now it's every week. So, A, we like it, but B, and we have talked about it, the roster is now expanded so much. It has to be. Sure. But we look forward to a week where we don't have to look, we don't have to cover. We don't have to go out of town.
You know what, Randy? I'm the same. I was thinking about this today. A lot of these guys, the modern-day champions now, they're champions with the exception of a few, just for a few fights. And it's changing hands so often now. Gone are the times that George St. Pierre had it for 7 years? Matt Hughes had it for 7 years.
But which which is better? A guy, Ronda dominated because the competition wasn't to her standard. We all know that. You talked about, Karana, who really started, the female MMA. So which is better? Somebody that dominates? Matt dominated. Habib dominated his competition. GSP dominated. Or do some people like to see, even though Sean Strickland should still be the champion, I think he did beat our friend Duplessis. But which is better for TV, for fans, for viewership? The turnover? Or?
I don't think the turnover is better. I think you build up your champion, and you can't wait to see that person win again, and you're rooting for that one person. Now, the one person you're rooting for is no longer the champion, and it's got to root for the next guy and the next guy. I don't know.
Well, it's ironic, though, that if you look at the Boston Celtics, the LA Lakers, the Dallas Cowboys, even though they haven't won in my lifetime, the New England Patriots, all these winners that fans hate. They like them.
The Patriots.
But they hate them. Yeah, I said the Patriots. Oh. Because they win. So they hate the winners. They want new winners. And then when there's new winners, they don't want it.
Yeah.
So it is difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. Because you're getting so used to loving or hating one team.
Right.
That, when the new team comes in, especially a small market team. If you're from New York or LA, you're not really paying attention to Minnesota.
So let's talk about this for a second. Boston Celtics just won a national championship.
A national.
Right.
Yeah. A world championship.
No, it's national. It's
a world championship.
They only play in America. It's a national North American league.
So you're saying the World Series should be called the American?
No, he does.
Yes.
It's
just the competitors here playing professionally. But the Boston Celtics won a national championship, and I didn't even see a game, a tip-off, a basket. My feed doesn't see any of that stuff. What your algorithms are set for social media is what you see. I don't have cable. Right. I don't watch. I stream everything on music or whatever. So
common sense.
To what
you don't
I
have common sense.
No, but I didn't even know that there was a basketball championship. Just like I didn't know the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup until I think Stamkos got traded, and now everybody's up in arms. And
first of all,
this was your co-host on a sports show?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
It's hard.
No wonder why you're co now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough but the normal fan,
Can I correct you on one thing, which is probably the most important thing?
Yeah.
He didn't get traded.
Oh, Stamkos didn't get traded?
No.
He's not Nashville Predators?
Yes, he is.
Oh, that's what he got traded, right?
He didn't get traded.
How did he get there?
He was a free agent.
Oh, okay.
There's a big difference.
Is there?
Yeah.
Really?
It would be like you getting traded, which you haven't, and getting fired, which you have. So there's a difference.
But why did he leave? Why wouldn't Vinnick?
More money.
Why didn't Vinnick just give him the money? Let him stay.
Because they didn't want him on the team.
Out of a respect thing?
It's a business.
He's got to rebuild the team.
Seriously?
Look, dude, they threw Michael Jordan off the winning fucking team. The winning team.
Trucking.
Sorry.
Trucking.
Amateur.
The winning team.
Hold on, you said it. You've said it on the air, so don't.
But those words don't mean anything in today's context.
But Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman. Rodman.
Warren Sapp, John Lynch, Derek Brooks.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they just give Michael Jordan the money? Why wouldn't they give Scottie Pippen the money? They were the best ever.
It's business.
You got to rebuild the team.
They lowballed him. They offered him, I believe it was between $2 and $3 million a year, and they brought somebody new in at $8 million a year. They didn't want him on the team. They didn't feel he was part of the team.
Look, Alex Rodriguez got traded from the Mariners, and the Mariners went on to win 117 games in the American League, which is a record. And Alex Rodriguez was like the highest paid player at the time. And you think the Mariners would be great because they had the best player in the league? No. As soon as they traded him, they got in these young players, and boom, they set a record.
Wow. I would like to see more loyalty in sports ownership.
First of all, there's no. It's business.
Yeah, it's business.
I don't understand why you say loyalty.
I mean, because the guy played his whole career here. Let him finish it out. Let him ride it out. Like
Andre Orlovsky. It's
25
business.
years.
It's business.
I mean, I understand there's new talent coming up that might be more skilled, more like able to help the team win. Let him still be on the team. Let him be on the bench.
It's not even more skilled.
Let him be on the locker room.
See what I'm saying?
It's not even more.
Thank you for saving this show.
It's a salary cap. So if you're paying one guy $14 million and you can get three more guys for $6 million or for $3 million, you're going to do that. You got three guys now to boost your team up.
Don't they pay professional athletes to come in to just be in a locker room to build camaraderie and like motivation?
It has been done. I mean, Dave Andreychuk kind of was that. He still could play, but he wasn't the star of the team, even though he was the captain.
Do that to Stammer. He's a legend here. They love him here.
Like I've said 14 times.
I know. It's a business.
St. Louis left. Vinny LeCavier left. Tell me any sport they leave. Derek Brooks, don't kid yourself, I believe wanted to play. He couldn't get the opportunity that he wanted when the Bucks said, hey, we're done. And he decided it wasn't the team, it wasn't the money, it wasn't whatever. There's a big difference between $3 and $8 million.
Well, but at this stage, do you really think it matters that much?
Who are you to say $5 million isn't enough to go do something?
I'm not saying that, but like, if you have a life of comfort and abundance, like if you're doing it for the love of the team.
Tell Mike Tyson that.
He's not talking about the player. He's talking about the organization. There's $5 million to an organization. That opens up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities for new players.
They took the $8 million, and we'll have to see how this plays out. And Stamkos had a decent season. I don't think it was his best ever, but it was good. Let's see what the $8 million of the guy they brought in. And it's a lot of things.
Now is he rooting from the sideline that the Lightning have a worse record this year without him?
Probably.
Is it that kind
probably.
of spiteful?
Why wouldn't he? It's not spiteful.
Former employee.
Or he doesn't care.
Right.
Wow.
Why would he care? He doesn't longer see what you fans have to realize.
I'm not a fan.
Well, obviously you are.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Obviously you are because of what you're saying. Yeah. Fans think once you get drafted by a team, they don't live here. Athletes don't stay here. They go back to where they're from. Some have stayed. Mike Alstott stayed.
But if you win
Martin Gramatica stayed.
If you win multiple championships, like that becomes your home, right? I mean,
not necessarily.
That's where you're a legend. That's where you're really like your roots are. Right? Most of these guys stay here after that if they have a championship run.
Really? How many Buccaneers that have won the Super Bowl either time still live here?
Bucks. I mean, Sapp.
I don't know. Sapp lives here.
Sapp doesn't live here.
Does it?
No.
Where does he live?
Sapp lives down South Florida, as well as in Colorado now.
Oh, yeah.
Warren doesn't live here.
He's just on a job assignment.
Warren doesn't live here. Yeah. Doug Williams doesn't live here. Plus, he didn't.
Mike Alstott, Rondé Barber.
Okay. There's 53 active. You're just sitting back and enjoying this, huh?
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson doesn't live here.
Oh.
There's a handful, but
Scott Brantley.
What Scott Brantley I don't think lives here. He was in Ocala, but whatever.
Same thing.
Fans think loyalty, but they're not the ones writing the checks. It's about getting people in. It's about winning championships, and it's about the ownership getting return on their investment. It's all fine and dandy to have Stamkos skating around. But if they can get a better team without him, it's business. Just like Mike replacing you here. It's business.
I think of Rocky. I mean, if Rocky the statue in Philadelphia. I mean, it's like him going to Austin.
Okay,